Lots of people watch out. Today's still December 20th. 4th video log for today, and I'm done. There's not really much light out there. It's almost completely dark. The time right now is 5:15. Well, 5:14. Why am I saying 15? 5:14. Trying to round it up or something. What is this? Cash register time? Anyway, I know exactly what I was talking about. I left home on bad terms with my dad because of all the drinking and partying and stuff. I was going to visit a cousin, and I ended up telling her about how crappy it is. So I ended up just staying there, and then within like 2 or 3 months, came and got my stuff. And I said, Dad, I can't take the party anymore. I can't take the drinking and stuff. And that time, he was drinking still, and then he was kind of grumpy and stuff. And I said, that's just why I moved out. I can't do it anymore. And tried to tell him that he's drinking too much. He was saying, oh, you call me an alcoholic, and there's no way to actually talk to him because he had the attitude. He was drinking. He always wanted to fight with people, and I had enough of it. So I've been off the reserve for a long time, and I kind of regret it. I regret some of it moving away, and some of it not really regretting. I regret being away so long. That's what I regret. I needed a break from all that crap. But now things have changed, I guess my dad's quit drinking for a couple years. Okay, quit drinking for 1 year, then started up a little bit. Like occasional thing. A year goes by, it's every now and then, out of the blue, you just have a little bit of drink. So that's the better father right there. I wish, well, he probably did a lot of that when we were kids and stuff. We just don't know. We don't really pay attention to that because now it's adult stuff. And as being a kid, things are different then compared to today. Kids today get away with a lot of crap, and I see it daily. And if they were in my time, they wouldn't get away with a lot of stuff that they do. Not saying you should beat your kid, but I think a kid needs a slap every now and then. Spanking, one spanking at least once in a while. Call it abuse or not, but your kid doesn't want to listen to you, and wants to act up and fight with you, and I can't talk about it. I know there's some kids that are watching this, and I can't talk about that, or some parents will be watching this, and can't talk about that. Some bad boys. But I don't know. Plain and simple, if they were in my time, you would get slapped, you would get shoved around, you would get kicked. I've got punched in the jaw from my father, punched in the jaw where it broke the side of the jaw. It's this side that broke. I've got my nose broken. I've got my ear almost bit off. I've got shoved around where I ended up, I think, breaking a wrist or something. I can't remember. I've had toys smashed on me. I had toys burned in front of me because I wouldn't put them away, or I wouldn't leave it alone while I'm supposed to be going to bed, or annoying the crap out of somebody. I've visually seen a lot of toys get smashed. A bunch of toys get burnt up right in front of me. But a lot of this stuff is like years and years and years ago. This has happened to my little cousin now too. They're treating her just the same. But she's not getting slapped or punched or kicked and stuff. That's going way overboard. At least I don't know. I don't know. But I had my hair ripped out. I have been shoved around. I've been kicked. I've been slapped. I've been punched. I've been bit. I've been spanked many times. Hand or belt. Even whipped. My grandma, my cousin's great grandma. She was an okay lady when she's not drunk and moody, and if I'm bad, no matter what it is. She was the strictest of strict grandmothers I've ever had. I've never grandma, she's never strict and mean and stuff like that. But that time, you couldn't come home from school and actually talk about how your school is about. It's like, oh, go clean the room, or go do something, or go play a game, or go do this, go do that. And, like, you can't even talk about your day. And that's what's happening to my little cousin now. That was happening back then. Why bother to do this now again? So, and if you're bad and you try to say something to, like, and you get up smacked or something like that, and you try to say, like, the reason why you did what you did bad, it's considered talking back to them. And if you don't like being slapped, and you no one will be slapped, don't talk back, and you get slapped again. And if you cry about being slapped and stuff, you get slapped again. And if you quiet down and you don't totally listen to what they say, you get slapped again. That's the way life was as a young kid, old kid, pre-teens, getting slapped around. Oh, I got the belt, I got the ruler, I got punched, slapped, kicked, hair pulled. I've got the ruler, the belt, spanked at school by a principal too, and that was the time that they were abolishing the the school punishment stuff was being abolished. And then it was getting to the time where they had to stop doing that kind of stuff in the homes. A lot of my teachers were wondering why I always had bruises, or walking weird, or something. I say I got in a fight, or I had a little bike accident, or I fell down the stairs, or I tripped, or whatever it is. I somehow lie to tell my teachers. It's not truth. I lie about a lot of things, because if I told somebody, I get slapped or punched or whatever by my dad or my stepmother. And that's the thing too. If I might come home from school and I'm not doing something that she wants me to do, or I did something wrong or whatever, and I get a fight with her and I fight back, not only did I get beat up from her, I get beat up from my dad when he gets back too. So I get double beat. And then if I get in the fight with her even enough, sometimes I used to get a little bit beat up from my older brother. He knew how rough it is because of the parents. But even though not listening to him, even living up to him, now I get a little bit beating from him too. But that was the thing though. I mean, I was made to just shut up, stay still, don't do the things I want to do, like the game, or to play with a friend, or go outside. And a lot of times I'm indoors, not to be trusted, got to be watched all the time. And there's times I would get in the fights with other kids, or do stupid things outside, because that's the way I would learn it. Family members are fighting, they're swearing, they're roughhousing, they're breaking things. And I think that's okay as a kid, to see that and happen that, and me being even me being bullied at school was something too. I know. Oh, I fought back one time. I think I was like 7 years old. I think 7 or 8 years old. I was getting bullied. Okay, like 7. Okay, yeah, about 6 or 7 years old. No, okay, no, that's too young for that school. I'll say about 7 or 8. I was getting bullied at school, and I got tired of being bullied. I was getting my lunch taken away from me. I was getting pushed around. I was getting shoved off in the swings and off handlebars and stuff. And at the time, my dad just gave me a metal lunch pail. I had enough of that bully. I bashed him in the face twice. Busted his nose. He was bleeding. And I got kicked out of that school. And it's okay for him to bully, but if a person, a native boy, fights back, you get kicked out of school. And then coming around, I think we were 9 or 10. I needed shoes. My dad, was the shoes and trying the shoes and stuff like that. And like I'm always tripping or banging and stuff my toe and stuff. My dad gave me shoes that were steel-toed. Getting bullied at school. I kicked this kid in the stomach so hard that I broke his rib. He wasn't bullying me anymore, and I got kicked out of that school. I think there's times where I was getting so bad I was rebelling because I was fighting with everybody, and there was always trouble at home. Always getting into fights and stuff. I got kicked out of more schools than I've been in. That is the truth. The truth. I've got kicked out of more schools than I've been in. And we've been moving out of homes for all kinds of different reasons, because he's drinking too much, or can't pay the bill, or fights with the other neighbors or the landlord or whatever my dad's doing. And between like 3 cities, we've probably been to like 25 different places. Always moving to bigger places, better landlords, or better supers, or better location, or whatever the case is. School after school after school, and moved around and stuff. And I admit it though, I did have a really rough childhood. Early teens, really rough. Going into older teens, close to adult, things started moving out and stuff, and still the moody father and yelling at me for whatever this, that, and got tired of doing certain things, and I just got tired of being here sometimes. I would take off and be with a friend, or I'd go visit family members, or just go for a bike ride. That time was about 140 pounds. High school, 130, 140 pounds in high school. After high school, 140 pounds. I think it was about 140, 145 pounds until like 23. Gained a little bit of weight. And I've already said all this before. I'm not going to go through it all again. My story is about, how do I start up the story? Oh, having to lock my room and stuff, I think. Not trusting anybody, and losing money. I think it was like 10 or 11 when I made about $3,000 shoveling snow and stuff. A little guy like me shoveled a lot of snow, a lot of late nights for about 10 days. Got 2 minutes left of this video, more than 2 minutes. And things started disappearing and stuff like that, and trying to hold on to everything that I've owned, and things always get stolen or taken or misplaced or thrown away or sold or whatever, I wouldn't blame just my sisters, taking things and losing them or breaking stuff. There's also cousins that have taken things and breaking things and, selling or losing or whatever. And then, it's got to be all the adults that, took my money and, knew that I made that money and I had that money, tried to hide it good. I didn't know anything about a bank at that time. Didn't know nothing about a bank. I didn't know getting introduced to a bank till I was like 12 or 13. And then I wouldn't have much money put in there anyway. The bank was paying me $5 a month to have a bank open to them. So me forgetting it a little bit, about a month, and then it's like years pass. I go, oh yeah, I got a bank account. Let's go check it out. I got them bucks, more bucks in there, and it's like, ooh, nice. Not so much candy, maybe games or fixing a bike or whatever, whatever, no more money. But I don't know. Like I said before, kind of regret leaving this long. Kind of regret leaving, period. I don't know, made my life better than it is now. And I just live my life day by day for the sake of living. So I'm at the end of this video now. I might as well just wrap this up. If you guys like this video, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to me. And share this video on the channel. My bad for you, my bad for me. Please do tell your friends and family about me. Thank you for viewing this video. Time you guys watch it. Hope you all have a nice day, morning, night. And remember, it's better to be Aboriginal than original.